meet our hosts.
Now, are you ready?
Good evening. It's Sunday night. It's the 17th of August. It's DPMF live here, back with another one just for you. The usual crew, as ever, Live Free, Dan, Wesley, and Mike. Unfortunately, Dan's not with us tonight. However, Mike will step in his place and do the markets like a fine connoisseur that he is.
I'll give you the top 10. So first, we got Bitcoin sitting at 117,616, down on the 24 and down on the 7-day. Not very good. I'm not doing very well. Not at this moment in time. So Ethereum, we got sitting at 4,459. They're up by 0.98 on the 24. And they're also up on the 7-day by 5.3%. So I think they're doing quite well at the minute. XRP was still in the $3 range, sitting at $3.10. We're down on the 24 by 0.07, and we're down on the 7-day by 3.29%. But there's still a chance. Let's see if XRP can come back from the ashes and we end up with another run. We'll see what happens there. Tether sitting at $1 as usual, or sometimes it's a bit lower, but it's at $1 today. BNB 852, they're up on the 24 and the 7-day. On the 24 by 2.09% and the 7-day at 6.21%. Solana, they're sitting at the number 6 spot with at a price of 192.52. They're up on the 24-hour by 2.23%, and they're also up on the 7-day by 5.43%. We've got USD in the number 7 spot, still there. 8 Dogecoin. Dogecoin is at 0.23. I wonder when that's going to start kicking off a bit more, Dogecoin. I think that's got a lot of life in it. We'll see if Elon tweets anything. Cardano sitting at number 9 at 0.95 cents. And usually, obviously, what we say at the beginning of all shows, there's no financial advice given on this show whatsoever. So please do not take anything we say as financial advice. But Cardano is looking quite good at 0.95 cents. I mean, yeah, we're not going to see these prices for long. That's the thing with all these prices. Now we're seeing these sort of prices, but I mean, in a few years, this is going to be a very different market, isn't it? TRX at number 10 spot, 0.35 cents, and they're up on the 24-hour by 1.11%, and they're up on the wrong one. They're up on the 7-day by 3.83%. So they're doing all right. The best one on this out of the top 10 is Cardano, because over the 7 days, they're up by 18.28%. So Cardano...
Did I see something about Cardano's usage has suddenly gone mad? I think record transactions or something like that on the Cardano chain. I could be wrong, but I saw that posted somewhere.
Was this a nugget?
No, there wasn't one. It wasn't nuggets. But I did see a post that there've been record Cardano transactions or something like that on the chain.
You know what? I'll be totally honest with you. I don't actually know. I feel Dan's shoes. I know Dan would have definitely responded to this, and he would have said something that would have been of interest. So Dan,
it does have a lot of users. It does have a lot of users, though.
Well, you know what? If everybody's tossing in their stuff, I'm going to toss in my favorite one right now that's out of the XRPL. It's going to be Stronghold. It's up 45% on the 7-day right now, buddy. So, yep, that's a good one for me right there.
Oh, nice.
That stronghold is a good one, especially when you mentioned it to me first, Live Free. I remember when you first mentioned that one to me, and
That was a while back.
yeah, I know, and yeah, I remember it because I'm a bit gutted.
Well, when Live Free mentioned it, I bought in then, and I'm very grateful that I did Live Free. So hats off, my friend.
Don't sell yet, man. Don't sell yet.
No, mate.
They're going to get listed on these major exchanges real soon. So once they get listed, you should see a nice bump, and then that's when you want to sell the news. Buy the rumor, sell the news.
Yeah. With
That is a nice little nugget, Live Free. But I've got some nuggets, and I'm going to drop them now because I think this is quite relevant. Are you ready?
Go for it.
ready for Palace.
Yeah, apparently, right. This is my disclaimer. Apparently, on the X information is telling me that the XRPL just hit over 7 million active accounts, with 70 million transactions processed in July. So things are flowing. Things are starting to build on the XRPL. So just a little nugget there that I think the future is looking quite bright on the XRPL. So any XRPL project has got a very good chance of doing relatively well. That's one little nugget. Does that deserve a soundboard or?
Yeah, go on.
All right, hang on. Let me just... there you go.
Going back to your nugget on that one, that's interesting because I just saw the BTC dominance chart and it's dropping down to 59. It looks like it wants to keep on going down more.
It is. So people are taking their Bitcoin out and they're looking for other investments.
You know what? Actually, I'm going to disagree a little bit. Even though the BTC dominance is down, Bitcoin is not really going down. It's still stuck around 118, 119. Yeah. So what that means is more people are actually coming in, and they're going into the altcoins and not going into Bitcoin. So that's why you still see that high price for Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin dominance going down because you have fresh people coming in.
Has anybody looked at the altcoin dominance, because that should have increased?
It is increasing. Yeah, I can't give you figures, but I know the altcoin market is on the up. The other nuggets that I found out the other day, again, my sources are X, so it could be a pinch of salt, it could be nothing or whatever. But if you are an XRP or XRP holder and you are interested in Flare, you can now stake your Flare on crypto.com and you can get XRP back in return, I believe. Now, obviously, that I would not, everyone looking into that would need to do their research into it all, but Uphold have done it, and now crypto.com are doing it. Now, that leads the way to many other exchanges doing it very much the same thing. Now, the team that are behind the yield on it are actually owned partly by Ripple. So Ripple are providing some of the support for the yield developments on other exchanges.
At least there's no conflict of interest there, then.
Yeah, well, that's what I know of. It could be completely wrong, but that's what I'm aware. What I think is going on. So yeah, Ripple is behind some of the yield providers on crypto.com and Uphold, and therefore, if you have XRP, you can get FXRP if you're a Flare holder. Therefore, you're putting your XRP to work, and you'll get a yield from that, which then can be used for smart contracts and doing other interesting things. Again, don't hold me to my word, but that is a development that's happening on more exchanges. So you can use your XRP to develop a yield by not selling, which is good. Anyway, tonight's show is recorded, and I think that is a massive nugget, by the way. If we were dropping nuggets, that is a big nugget.
I've just got a few more bits just before you just go into the show for a sec.
Yeah, go.
So I just wanted to quickly go into OVO, because obviously we partnered with OVO recently.
That's right. Yeah, they've had a pump. Yeah.
Yeah, anyone following the news. So yeah, not financial advice whatsoever, like we say, but OVO we've partnered with, and I must say, it's looking like a very juicy project. So anyone gets a chance, if you looked into OVO, I don't think you'd regret that.
How does the partnership work, by the way, Liffrey or Mike or Wes, whoever? So how does the actual partnership work? What does that mean when OVO are in partnership with DPMF?
Okay, so besides the fact that DPMF helps them do marketing, they do special NFTs for them, and their token, their coin, will run on every single XD project that DPMF comes out. So Project XD2 and Project XD3, the AVA app, their coin, the partnership coins, will run on those apps and those projects automatically right next to XDX. So that's how we increase our partnership coins utility, by giving them extra utility for all those coins, all the partnership coins, without them breaking the sweat of having to do all the development.
Well, also you can buy packages as well if you're an affiliate. If you want to be an affiliate, that's the affiliate program. You can buy different packages that will get you different services, if you like. DPMF is a multifaceted company. It provides coding skills, it provides engineering skills, it provides robotic skills, it provides so many services, design and animation skills, and they've got so many creators, and they can help with everything from websites to creating characters on the multiverse. So any project can apply for this, and if they're good and cool enough, then they get a spot.
It's a limited amount of projects that can become partners with DPMF. So we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it's serious.
The last one, guys, and then it's over to you, Palace. The last one is the guest that we've got on tonight, Flippy The Switch. Shout out. I just wanted to say, let's have a buzzer sound for that. A little buzzer sound quick. Can we get one? Oi, 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 oi. Oh dear. In the climate that we're in,
we need the Pingu sound, that seal that was in Pingu.
The climate that we're in, they're setting at a very impressive 605k USD. So that was it. That's what I wanted to get in.
I'm not sure if
it's to Palace.
I'm not sure if that soundboard did it justice, really, but that's pretty impressive.
It didn't really, but yeah, we're doing very well. Very well. Again, not financial advice, but they're doing great. Tonight's
show is recorded. If you missed this intro, you can start it all over again and listen to the very beginning. We are here every Sunday night, so please join us at 8 o'clock UK time. And we like to give you everything that's going on the XRPL. We may not be correct. We may not be 100%, but we like to give you information as much as we can. Flippy The Switch, welcome to the space. Open up your mic, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Oh, man, awesome. It's awesome to have you here tonight. And we all love Flippy The Switch. It's a meme coin. Where did that idea come from? I mean, it's quite obvious, really, but where did the idea come from?
Yeah, good question to start it off. So I've been lurking in the XRP shadows, I guess, since like 2016. And the idea for Flippy The Switch came from a statement that Brad Garlinghouse had made, the CEO of Ripple, that one day the financial system was going to flip the switch and all of the liquidity would run through the XRP Ledger. So I was early on XRP meme coins, was listening to a stream by Alex Cobb and just like, oh man, what ideas can I have? I tried a bunch of stuff, right? I started this to really just try to understand the ledger. So, I mean, I'm playing with the program a lot, First Ledger, just trying to figure it out with some stupid ideas, right? And then I don't know, Flippy just clicked, and I started off with some AI art, and then just gained popularity, got a real artist on board right away, and that brings Flippy the Switch to where we are today.
Awesome. Now, before we go too deep into Flippy the Switch, what about yourself? What sort of background do you come from? What sort of work did you do, etc.?
Yeah, so I still have a full-time job. I'm in medical sales, basically. I'm out here in California. I'm doxxed. You can check out our website. But yeah, have a full-time job in sales, and then I've started a couple businesses here and there, just some different energy sectors and things like that, and had no idea the amount of work that a meme coin actually took to run, to be active in the community. But here we are. I'm learning and growing, and we'll keep pushing.
Awesome. Now, what have you found challenging for Flippy the Switch? What sort of things have made you struggle?
I think the time commitment, honestly. I mean, I love it, right? Like I said, I've been lurking in the shadows, and I really enjoyed interacting with the XRP community over the years. And but I think the time commitment is the most challenging, right? It's a lot of work. It doesn't seem like it, but there's constant pressure to post on X, constant pressure to stay active in the community, and keep pushing the ideas forward of where we're going in the future and what our end game is here. So,
is Flippy the Switch black hold? Is there a limited supply?
It is, yeah. So there were, let's see, 1 million coins originally, and then weren't really getting much traction. And I asked the community, what should I do? Everybody's kind of up in arms that I have 20% of the supply. And so I burned like 90% of the supply that I held, right in the black hole in the liquidity. So yeah, then we kind of created a flip of the switch moment and took off. So that's what started it all.
If I'm not aware of Flippy the Switch, where can I go to find out information about Flippy the Switch? What social media are you on, etc.?
Yeah, we are primarily on Twitter, on X here. We, our pinned post, we have NFTs that we've launched from that same artist. His name's Critic Unleashed, all hand drawn. But yeah, all of the stuff is kind of on our pinned tweet there on X with our website on there. You can buy Flippy on First Ledger. You can also buy it on Zaman. There's enough liquidity floating around there to kind of buy it on some different platforms there. And we have the funds ready to go for a central exchange listing, but we're just not there market cap wise. And eventually we'll be on a central exchange. That is one of our short to medium term goals. But we're just not quite there yet, to be honest with you.
Do you have sorry guys, just to ask that. Did you say you're available on the Zaman wallet then?
We are, yeah, and Joey.
All right, okay. That's cool.
Yep. And you can connect Zaman to X Magnetic, I would say, is probably the if you're on Zaman, the easiest way without going through First Ledger, is to connect with X Magnetic or XP Market and kind of do your exchange there.
Brilliant.
So where do I go to get your NFTs then, Flippy? Is that on XRP Cafe, or is it on Fuzion, or where would I?
We are on XRP Cafe, and recently just bridged over to Bids as well. If you don't know Bids, they're the guys that really, I want to say kind of started NFTs, although they're not the most popular platform to date, but those are the X-Punk guys. They're real ones over there. So love that community. Been an X-Punk holder since day one as well. So trying to integrate everywhere we possibly can.
So why did you choose XRPL to put Flippy on? Why not put it on Ethereum or Cardano, for instance, or any other chain?
Yeah, Cardano's recently one that's kind of sparked my interest a lot with the midnight airdrop and stuff like that. But, I've been an XRP fanatic and deep dove into a bunch of research. Now I have a bunch of friends that are in XRP, and it's just always kind of felt like home for me. I did play around in meme coins with Ethereum and Solana, but I didn't. I didn't want to entrench myself in those communities. I guess maybe I wasn't early enough over there. Um, I just didn't feel like home.
I suppose a name like Flippy is really it is really related to, like you said, David Schwartz and his Flip the Switch sort of comments that have been on X quite a lot.
Yeah.
So it's quite relevant. I can understand why you've come this way. So where do you see the project developing? I mean, obviously you're a meme coin, you've got NFTs. What happens next with Flippy? Where's the future?
I mean, that's a good question, and something we're working on to kind of outline an actual white paper and get that online. My vision with Flippy is really just my end goal is to really get some mainstream adoption and try to get a cartoon. I would love to see Flippy tell the story of the XRPL and how it came to fruition, and just all the battles that they've faced, and how this ledger and these individuals have just kind of persevered through all of the SEC nonsense and the lawsuit and all of that. So
absolutely, and every XRP holder has literally suffered. I mean, we have suffered so much, haven't we? It's unbelievable. Well, no other chain, I don't think, has had so much shit, basically. I mean, I can't say the other way. It's just total rubbish.
I feel like we're walking in the wilderness. I feel like, in the Bible with Moses and all that, when he was walking in the wilderness for years and years, I feel like we're just, us XRP holders, we're just wandering around the desolate wasteland, waiting to see some water or a waterfall.
I mean, when you analyze what went on in the past, XRP was the only coin to be taken off all the exchanges. No other coin had that done to them, even when they were suggested that they might be securities. Only XRP was stripped from Coinbase and everyone else. It was awful unfair treatment. I don't know what you guys think.
yeah, I mean, I totally agree with that. I don't know, we'll never know the games that are played with these, in crypto at least, these big companies, the Binances, the Coinbases, and how they're tied in. Was it a strategy to, I don't know, I don't want to get into the conspiracies, but was it a strategy to halt the coin? Were they not ready? A million different questions to ask there.
I think even our own Elon Musk stated that most conspiracies turn out to actually be true. So the suggestion that someone or some entity is holding back XRP would run quite strong with me, because it doesn't seem anything else is feasible, really.
Yeah, and I can't help but think that, I think there is a side that's holding it down for bad. And I'm just an optimist by nature. And I feel like it's holding it down for a reason. And that reason's going to end up being a positive for the ones that stick around that can get through all the nonsense. But that's just my feeling.
And when I say entity, I'm not sure if you heard last week's show, but I dropped a nugget in last week's show. I think it was like 42 or 32 banks have deliberately tried to stop Ripple getting their bank license.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of entity that Ripple and XRP have had to deal with, and that's a powerful entity. So they could destroy people, and that's what I think's gone on. I really do. I think people are worried about what XRP could do to the rest of the market.
Yeah.
It's hard to know when it comes to XRP, because a lot of things like that, even apparently all of that is still part of the plan.
Yeah,
right. So, and this whole court case, it's like it's all meant to be, and it's all for a certain time, because it fits to me. I don't know about anybody else, but my personal opinion is that it feels like a stage play.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. And that's what I'm saying. Like, even though it's negative on the front right now, or in the years past, right? Like leading up to this. But I feel like our moment is soon approaching. And I feel like all this stuff's just gonna be like, oh, I get it now. And it was always the one.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. I mean, I don't know how you feel, but I don't see $1,000 or $10,000 or any of that. But I do see a reasonable a two-digit figure, which would be representative of where the market is at the minute.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. Frankly, I hate all of these crazy price predictions. Just I feel like overall that hurts the community and sheds a negative light of these guys are just ridiculous over here.
And my idea about that would come from how the market actually interacts with itself. So when Bitcoin pumps, the rest of the market pumps a little bit, and it doesn't go mental. It all goes together. It goes as I don't know why. That's just the way it seems to happen. No one coin seems to pump and leaves everything behind. Generally, I don't know what you think.
Yeah. Something interesting. I just was looking around at some different charts. And, XRP and Dogecoin are the only two coins, when you look at them against Bitcoin, that have ever set the second all-time high. And I think we're approaching a season where, like, if you look at the XRP Bitcoin chart, I mean, it's just been consolidating. And I think that's gonna blow very soon.
Now, Flippy, you're welcome to come back on the show and drop nuggets like we do every time. That's really good. You're not allowed to take my nugget mantle, you know? Yeah, so how many users or how many people have you got in your community?
Last I checked, we had just under 2,000 holders. And those are all real holders. That's not botted. I wanted to stay organic as possible. I have run some volume bots, full disclosure, on the chart to see what it would do. I'm here to learn. I'm going to make mistakes along the way. But aside from the volume bots, in terms of holders and everything like that and chart action, it's all as organic as we can be. So active community members in our Telegram, we've got, I think, around 600 people total in Telegram. But as far as like active users that are in there all the time, I'd say realistically 15 or so, 20 that come and go, as the market does its thing.
Cool. That's nice. That's a good strong base. So going forward, then, going back to what you said just a minute ago, you wanted to develop some sort of game or movie, did you say?
I would like a cartoon. And that all stemmed from early on when we were like number 2 at the time. There weren't that many XRP meme coins though. And we were running like a $2 million market cap. And there was a teaser of somebody that worked at Pixar. And they were showing like pencil drawings of Flippy and Pixar, and it was not AI. And so I don't know who that individual is. I can't find this stuff anywhere anymore. But that sparked the idea of like, I want to get the attention of somebody like that. And because I think there's going to be a fantastic story to be told here. And I think a cartoon just makes sense with Flippy.
With the X coming out with their Imagine, product, you ought to be able to do maybe some small skits now, a lot easier without too much, shall we say, investment at all.
Yeah, totally. I've played around with it a little bit. I need to lean into that more for sure.
I don't know how long a video that you can do with the Imagine. I don't know if there's a limitation or if you have there's a premium account, you can do longer videos. I don't know.
Currently, it's I think about 6 seconds because I've got a premium account and I've been playing with it. About 6 seconds I've managed to get. They say you can get more, but I don't know how because there's no option to get more than 6 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, look at how far even the image generation has come in 9 months. I mean, I think realistically that Imagine piece is brand new. And I think in another 6 months, we're going to have 2-minute long cartoons that we can have voiceovers and all kinds of stuff on. So we're right there for sure.
Yeah, so definitely. So it's not a case of so it's a case of just the different technologies coming out, basically, isn't it?
Yeah.
Once you get I suppose, yeah, once you get, because you've got that you want to be a cartoon and all these different avenues. So it's just you're very close to making it happen, to be honest, aren't you? You're in a better place than we would have been years ago with a project like this.
100%.
This is all on the horizon.
Yeah, and I live like really close to LA, and I'm in that area all the time. I'm constantly networking for my real job. It's going to happen. I just don't know the time frame.
You know what? Good things take time. That's the other thing. And with projects like this, that you just need to go at a natural pace, a normal momentum. Don't try and rush anything, and the time will come. It definitely will come. Sorry, Palace, what was you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, Flippy, have you got like a team around you? Is this like a personal project, or do you have support from anyone, or who else is involved in helping?
Yeah, I have. So I started it as a personal project. Never in a million years would I dream that I'd be, in this spot working this much on a project like this. But I have a dev that lives down the street from me. That we connected through this and realized it's a small world. And so he helps occasionally on the website. He's a good friend of mine now. I've got another team that we partnered with early on that they've got, 4 people with them. And then, so yeah, I adjacently work with 5 people that kind of help do the development side of things, and they're on standby for whatever we really need. They're holders in the project and stuff, and they're just some great human beings that all run different projects too, but they help me out.
Earlier, just in your statement, you said that you'd never imagined that you would be where you're at right now. I think none of us would have imagined that we are here, even just for one thing, the speakers in this show, 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago. And that, I mean, it's kind of like a major shift has occurred, and we were caught in the wave. It's amazing. It's like hell. I didn't even know about crypto 5 years ago, and then all of a sudden I was having a dinner with a friend of mine, and he just mentioned it, and he's like, "All right, well, do this and do this, do this," and I was introduced to crypto, and it's like I never knew it existed, and now look where I'm at now. I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing how much life can change, with just one flip of the switch,
Yeah, I was actually talking to my brother about this the other night. We took a trip. We took a trip to the British Virgin Islands in 2000 and when was that? 2017. And I was talking to some people from around the world that were around there and talking about crypto. And one guy was in it and got scared that it was going to be illegal. The government was going to shut it down. And we had no idea where it was going. It was this libertarian movement almost. And fast forward, what, 8-9 years, they're talking about it on the highest levels of government. And it's not talking about it like they're shutting it down. They're leaning into it. So I think just that, never imagining that we'd be here, for the ones that saw, that's incredible.
I think, you know what, this is what you just said there, Flippy, the ones that saw, I feel this is a visionary space. It's only people that are seeing where this space is going and they can see the future, like yourself, in a project. You've got the determination and the grit, because at the end of the day, this is only going to happen if you keep going. So, and you've already said it, I think you said it a moment ago, you want to get this project off the ground and you're not going to stop. But that is what it takes. At the end of the day, as long as you keep going, you will get to where you want to be.
Yeah, and
I say it with 100% certainty because it's like you're putting it out there.
Yeah, and I told my community in the beginning, like, we are small. It's the early days of this stuff, right? And I'm not a developer. I'm a personable guy that can go around and talk to people. That's kind of my strength. And my one promise to the community is I'll outlast everybody. No matter if we go to zero, whatever happens, whatever. I can't control what anybody else does, but I will continue to hold this project and I will continue to push longer than most. So
And there you go. That's what I was talking about. That's the spirit, isn't it? That's the determination of someone, in my eyes, that is going to succeed because we make our own success. And I'm not trying to go into big old motivational speeches, but it is in life we make our own success, and it'll only stop if we stop.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I love that. I love that attitude that you've got.
Thank you.
Sorry, go on, Palace.
I was sorry to interrupt you. I was going to say that's quite a common thing. All the projects that we've interviewed, they've really got an ambition to do something and to make a change, do something different, and really affect the space. So hats off to you, Flippy. It's hard, especially a meme coin, because everyone would just think, oh, it's rug pull or whatever, and you're there. You're wearing it, and you are everything that it is about. So, it reflects on you. So, you're doing well, and it's hard to make a meme coin successful because you have to grow a community, but it needs patience. It needs all sorts of things.
Absolutely. The developers, is key. There's a lot of these lore tokens coming out, the lore meme coins, like the hyenas and the gorilla and the fuzzies and the whatever, and a lot of these don't have developers. It's like they create the coin, and then they make the community run the project while the developer, collects on their sweat equity, shall we say, and then they sell off and disappear into the sunset. Then they go around and create another coin.
Yeah.
So there's a very big difference between some of these meme coins to where, like Flippy, you have the developer present. He's there sweating along with the community, trying to guide the project, compared to this other lore meme coins to where the developer is never seen. And it's a chicken without a head. They don't work. Eventually, they disappear.
Yeah,
I think the market cap speaks for itself as well. Yeah. The market cap, because look at where you are. Like I said in the beginning, the climate that we're in. I mean that's very impressive.
Yeah, and we've definitely had our troubles, and like I said, I've launched a bunch of projects just trying to figure it out. Kind of before Flippy, I launched one after Flippy that was like with some other people and came under some scrutiny for that. And, accidents happen. It was not a malicious thing. I'll be transparent about it. It's not Flippy. That's why I wanted to dox myself, right? Because I think it's another way to hold myself accountable, right? Like, I'm here. You can easily find me, and that's it's scary. And but it's real, and yeah, I mean, it gives me motivation and reason to not run away from this.
Absolutely. Doxing does go a long way. Now, obviously, doxing does not guarantee a project succeeds, but it definitely does go a long way to for the investors to feel some sort of comfort that, okay, so this guy is serious, because if he didn't dox himself, you just never know. It's like he'll be here one day and disappear the next. So yeah, absolutely. I think it is very, very, very important for a project to dox themselves, because it helps a lot. It does help a lot.
Yeah.
If anyone in the show down there would like to have a chat with Flippy, please put your hand up. We'll get you up to have a little chat, or put a comments in the comments box. The show is recorded. So you can go to the very beginning and listen to the whole space all again if you want. It's also on the YouTube channel. It will also be on our website. Flippy, now I'm not sure if you've listened to the show before, but we generally ask a question of each project that comes on that we can put to the next week's project. So I'd like you to take a couple of...
Palace, we haven't done that for ages, you know. You've caught me off guard here, son. I haven't got the pad.
I love getting you off guard. Yes, you've got the pad. Dig it up. Flippy, I'd like you to think of a question that we can put to the next project that we get on. Take a couple of minutes. It could be crypto related, it could be business related, or generally market related, however, or whatever is sort of a burning issue for you to ask. Obviously, there does come with a caveat that you do need to be on the show next week to listen to what the answer is to your question. Now, Wes, do you have the question from the last project that we've done? This is your spotlight, Wes. Don't mess it up.
No. Well, you will have to bear with me for a little moment, but just in the meantime, I would like a little quick question with you, Flippy. Like, how important is community when it comes to meme coining?
I mean, at the end of the day, community is everything, right? If you don't have community, you don't have a project. Now, that takes time to build up, right? It doesn't happen overnight. I guess for some of the ones they do, but I think the quicker and harder a lot of these communities start, the same way they're going to burn out. So, but I think it's super important. It's probably the number one or two thing that a project needs to have.
Yeah. So, anyway, I think I've got the question from last time, and I think it was from Junkieverse, episode 64. And it was about the multi-chain and the multiverse. And it's about your views. Is your idea, is your token, is your meme coin, is it interoperable or is it a walled garden? Can it exist in the metaverse? How would this work? And how could you connect two games? So quite a mad question there for you, I suppose.
It's a great one.
Yeah.
Right now, currently, it is a walled garden. But one of our main developers that was early in Flippy came from Ethereum. And so those were some early talks of how do we bridge over with EVM? What does that look like? How can we implement into lending and stuff? But I think in the future, right? I'm really good friends with Colton from ATM. We chat a lot. And so I think there's definitely some plays for Flippy and at least the Expector metaverse. We're just looking to partner and build with all the other builders that are here for the right reasons and not the guys that are here to just be a one-man show and pump and dump, right? So,
yeah, of course. When you mentioned ATM, and if that's the same ATM that I know, they've got one of the catchiest songs in crypto. Palace, do you remember the song, or do you want me to sing it?
All the money,
all the money. All the money, all the money.
Okay, I think I'm going to start muting somebody here.
Yeah, Wesley, what are you on? Wesley, that was a fantastic question, but can you just check your maths? Because you said episode 64, we're on 82.
I wasn't going to mention that because it's going to be and it's going to be an abyss.
I was reading it upside down, sorry.
Are you sure of your pages? Just check your pages.
That's okay, Palace. I think we got a good question in, so that's good.
That was a great question, actually. Fair play. That's a good question. Yeah.
Flippy, do you think you can come up with a question for the next show?
I've got one. My question to the next project, I guess, is what are, if anything, what are you doing to actively manage your AMM pools?
That is a very good question. Yeah, that's so important nowadays, especially with the memes.
So hold on, guys. So what are you doing to manage your AMM pools?
I mean, if anything, some may be, some may not be, but yeah, like I think there's a lot of different views there right now.
Oh, do you know what? Flip it. I've done you an absolute disservice here. You guys, you was right to point out that I pulled up the question there from episode 64, but I have got the question here in front of me from episode 75. I'm sorry. Welcome to Wesley's world. I get a lot of shit wrong, my brother. But I have got the right question here. If you want to have another go at it.
Yeah,
I think that one tops it.
Okay, so okay, let me compose myself now, guys. So here we go. So this is from it is from Verse Exo. What problem are you trying to solve, and how is your token doing that?
That is another good question.
We're trying to solve people that are depressed on the ledger. We're just trying to make people laugh, man.
Yeah,
Good answer.
Hey,
Good
man,
answer.
you've come to the right place tonight.
You know, it's interesting you say that right now because, you know, people were already stressed out, just waiting for the bull market to kick in. And now I'm seeing a lot of people getting stressed out now that the bull market's kicking in because they're stressing because it's like, when should I sell? When should I sell? When should I sell? Am I gonna miss that? You know, the all-time high. So it's like, you know, it's one of these fingernail biters. It's damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation.
I'll tell you what, Live Free, do you know what I'm most stressed about? And it's that I haven't got enough.
Yeah. or I sold too early.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crypto is a bad place for the short-term people, I find.
It's a
great
bad place for the
long-term
mentally
people.
unstable as well.
Well, I mean, short-term is hard. You've got to be like a trader short-term if you're going short-term. If you're going long-term, then you just, you know, you enjoy the ride. You just sit on what you've got and you just let it appreciate. You know, you do a bit of Warren Buffett.
Yeah, but I mean, Warren Buffett's got a lot of money to be able to survive off of, you know?
He still eats cheeseburgers as well, doesn't he? For lunch, he eats cheeseburgers for lunch. Warren Buffett.
Well, the man likes cheeseburgers. You know, you can't blame that. You know.
What a G.
But I mean, it's like most of us here. It's like, well, okay, we want to get that special coin, you know, that is going to pay off our mortgages, going to pay off our cars, or going to pay off our kids' education, you know. That's what most of us are here for. I mean, yeah, obviously we want to be millionaires, but I mean that's going to be a tough one to find. But you know, just enough to you know, to help us, you know, get over that.
To keep our head above water, Live Free. That's all I ask.
That's exactly right. That's what most people are here for. You know, it's like, yeah, I wish I had that next $10 million coin, but you know, statistically, you know, most of us are not going to get that. You know.
Yeah, and I think
except if you're invested in a stronghold, then that's good.
And DPMF, man, bloody hell.
And DPMF.
Of course.
DPMF is okay. Well, this is a Flippy show, so we'll worry about the Flippy coin.
Yeah. I mentioned to Flippy. Sorry, Flippy. I was going to mention to you about Fuzion because DPMF has an NFT exchange, so I wasn't sure if you were aware of that or not.
I'm not aware of it, but yeah, let's chat.
Well,
how do we?
You can create a profile on Fuzion. You can mint NFTs for an extremely low fee, and you can choose to take those fees in any currency. And you can also sell your NFT in any currency. So if you're listed, you can sell it in Flippy token or whichever token you want.
Well, you know, I was talking to somebody, but I posed the question on like our main account, and I think a lot of people took it as a joke because we're a Memecoin account. Fair. But yeah, like who was working? My question was who's working on an NFT space where you can post the NFT for, you know, whatever that looks like, whatever the main currency is right now, sure, Bitcoin. But then
it was me that answered your question on your post.
Okay, cool.
I went ahead and answered that FusionXIO.com allows you to be able to sell all your NFTs in any XRPL, any of the 54,000 XRPL coins existing.
Straight away, you've got a use case for your token there, Flippy.
That's correct.
Yeah. Do you guys have plans to expand to like Ethereum? Like if somebody wanted to come on and pay Ethereum for a Flippy NFT and then it ends up in XRP?
Yeah.
No, there is no plans for other blockchains except for what we DPMF has. No, you hold on. Except for Project XD2, which is the hyperchain. That is going to be the DPMF blockchain. It'll be a layer 0 blockchain. So Fuzion will go ahead and work with all the XRPL and that hyperchain blockchain. Yes, Wesley, go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, like, at the minute, we already have the capability to wrap a token, don't we, on Zarman, for example. We can wrap an Ethereum token or wrap a Bitcoin token. So we already have that functionality where if you wanted to use Ethereum to conduct these transactions, then yes, you can.
Well, that's considered an XRPL token. Wrapped, it's still considered the XRPL. So that's part of the 54,000 tokens in the XRPL. So if it has a trust line on the XRPL, which is brought over, by BitHub or whatever, then it runs on Fuzion automatically.
That's what I'm saying. So you can wrap Ethereum tokens and you can wrap Bitcoin tokens. I've done it on the XRPL and conduct it between Ethereum and.
Well, you don't wrap them; you just use them.
I was just want to say as well for Flippy, it's got a functionality also for the 3D, hasn't it? Lift3.
The 3D functionality. So you're going to be able to see 3D augmented reality NFTs on Fuzion pretty soon, probably within the next week or two. That's going to be flipped on. There's a project update, a program update coming in probably within the next 1 or 2 weeks. But they're just taking out the bugs from them. So it's Fuzion XIO is going to be the only, as far as we know, the only NFT exchange that is going to allow for viewers to see augmented reality NFTs on the exchange. Up to now, up to date right now. So yeah, absolutely.
Have you guys seen Romero? Have you guys seen his NFTs?
Was it Alban?
Yes.
Alban Romero?
Yep.
Something like that? Yes, I've seen some of them. Yeah, the dog. I think he came out with a dog collection recently. No.
Yeah, he did. Met him in Vegas. Really cool guy. Really genuine dude. So, do I drop this now? Do I say anything? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see how the show goes.
Go. No, if you have to think about it, go ahead and do it. you said it, so just go ahead and do it.
I think I've given enough context clues. We'll see what happens in the next 2 months. I'll leave it at that. We love real artists here.
Absolutely. XRPL's got NFTs, is what they say.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Oh, I can't wait to hear what this is now. I'm looking forward to this. I feel like you've left us on a big cliffhanger here.
I've left you some breadcrumbs over the last 60 seconds. It's going to be fun.
What channels do we need to follow in order to see these breadcrumbs over the next few weeks?
We'll definitely have it on X, but the deal is done. So it's coming to fruition. I just don't know the time frame.
Wow.
You know, these things take time to do them right. So
Lovely. I like that. And thank you for mentioning it on the show. You know, this was obviously a safe enough space for you to slip up and make that announcement.
yeah, no, but I mean honestly, like the fact that you can do the augmented stuff on your guys' thing, we need to talk in the back channel because on Fuzion. Can you say you can mint there, right?
Absolutely. You have to create a profile, and then you can mint your NFTs. The right now, the only thing that it doesn't have that's going to come up in some future updates is the random minting. So it's how you have like on XRP Cafe, you go in and you just press the mint button, and it comes up with some random NFT, so that way you can have rarities because you have a random mint. And Fusion does not have that, but that will come up in the future. But if you have a nice collection of art, or that does not rely on rarities, then I would say Fusion is the top platform because we don't have any fees on the royalties. We don't have any fees on sales. The only fee that you do have to pay is like every other one. It's called the IPFS fee whenever you mint. So the IPFS is the interplanetary filing system. And it's where your image for that NFT is stored so that it can be picked up by the blockchain. So every single minter has to pay that, and so unfortunately, Fusion has to pay that too. So the person minting, the project minting, does have to pay the IPFS fee. But there is no other fees. We don't charge 1% or 2% like the XRP Cafe or Opulence or whatever other project platform. And we don't charge any kind of sales commission either. So if you have a project, a collection, you can sell your collection, and Fusion does not charge you any kind of sales fee. So you pretty much keep all your money on that one.
Nice.
I've sent you I posted the link to Flippy.
Okay.
So I added you in the post. If you wanted to ever check it out, then you got the link there.
Oh, I'm definitely going to check it out. And
Yeah.
I would love to try some different platforms out. So
I don't know who's got the dog. There's a dog.
No, it's not me.
That was me. That was me.
We also
If anyone in the audience has got a question for Flippy, please put your hands up and we'll get you up and have a little chat. Like I said, and I'll say it again, tonight's show is recorded. Please listen again if you want to listen to everything. Flippy, is there anything that we've not covered tonight that you feel a burning desire to let the audience know?
I guess the one piece and kind of along the same lines is there will be, I'll say this, there will be a very, 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 very small NFT collection soon that's going to be there for like basically the real people that want to, join in the Flippy community. And you're going to have to hold Flippy NFT, maybe plural, to be on that. So the NFT pool right now that we're currently minting out, those funds some of them have been used to pay artists. Some of those funds are reserved, sitting on Coinbase to do our central exchange. And the rest is going into the LP pool. So, check those out. Mint one if you have any interest in getting on the whitelist for a very small, very exclusive NFT collection by another really cool artist on the XRPL.
So pretty much you're kind of token gating with an NFT into a specific club kind of deal.
Yep, exactly.
Cool. Pretty cool. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
I like exclusivity. That, and it helps maintain the NFT prices too. Having a very small collection.
And this second collection, most of the proceeds are going to the artist. We're not taking those. We're taking a very small percentage again to just bolster our LP, but those are going back to the artist. They're not coming to this project.
So is Flippy open for collaboration with other projects then?
100%. That is one of my main goals, is to collaborate with other good humans in this space and just try to build together. So,
and I think that's what's great about XRP, isn't it? The XRP community. Like, I know we always say it, and people want to know whether it's a myth or not, but I just feel everybody wants to help each other. It's not a community where everybody, obviously, in every community you're going to get the bad actors. You know, you get that in every community, but as a whole, the real ones, the OGs, you know that you're going to meet nice people.
Yeah, and I mean, some of these other projects, right, are focusing on developers. They're focusing on giving rewards back to the community. I don't think really anybody else that I have talked to is trying to go after like a cartoon space. So yeah, I mean, while it's all PvP on some level and everybody wants their project to be number one, I think at the end of the day, everybody has a slightly different goal of what the end game is for them. So, or long-term vision. I wouldn't even really say an end game because the possibilities are just endless. We're early. We're so early.
Well, it sounds like you're on the right lines. You've already sort of told us about what's going to be happening with this new collaboration that you're going to be doing. So we can't wait to hear about that. That's going to be fantastic. So I think from there, it's just onwards and upwards. You know, this is going to be the first of many. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more coming in the future. And then bit by bit, collaboration after collaboration, they're like the stepways, aren't they? They're a little stairway to heaven, to crypto heaven, shall we say?
Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. Keep going, mate. Keep going.
Oh, thank you.
Hopefully we'll be seeing crypto heaven in the next couple of weeks as the bull run starts kicking in more and more.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, if you don't hear from me in the next few shows, I've been completely liquidated and bankrupt, and that's it. I haven't even got internet connection or a computer to do these shows anymore. So yeah, hopefully crypto takes up, eh?
I feel your pain there, Mike. I feel your pain. Flippy, did you have a question for the next projects coming on?
I did, yeah. That was like, if they are, what are they doing to manage their AMM pools?
Oh, of course it was. Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I've got that, Liv. Hey, I've bloody got it. The paper pad has been going.
I think Palace did it on purpose, so you print it twice just in case.
Yeah, print it down on the right page.
And then if it's upside down, you're going to be reading the question from episode 28 again. So be careful.
Well, it could be left to right next time. We never know.
Well, before Live Free does his final conclusion to the show, Flippy, I'd just like to say thank you very much for coming on the show. It's really nice to meet people that are in the XRPL and trying to do something and trying to achieve something. It's really, really interesting, and I love listening to what you've had to say. Live Free, the show is yours.
Oh, thank you very much for passing on the torch. All right, so we are recently been ending our shows with some poetry. We have a member, a DPMF member that likes to write poetry, and he wrote this one specifically for Flippy. Okay, here we go. A melancholic state needs the switch of joy. A little switch to fun is better than every ploy. A rarity of the gem entices hands that are green. A seed that would paint the land with a scene of evergreen. A joyous scenery painted by a creative community. A place of creative laughter that drives unity. A brilliant light born from all the call of success. An icon of blockchain fun, devoid of sadness. We paint the XRPL world with prosperous fun. We are runners, gunning for a bullish fun run. To the blockchain world, we are creators who want you to be happy. To the realm of XRPL, get ready to switch on to Flippy. Flippy the Switch that's always on by NSCV.
Thank you guys so much. That was beautiful. Really appreciate you guys.
Wonderful, man.
And make sure, Flippy, you tune in next week because you've got to listen to your question.
Please,
yeah.
It'll be an absolute honor and privilege.
Yeah, I thank you guys so much. I will be here.
God
take
bless
care.
you, man.
Great.
All right.
Good night. Thanks a lot.
This show was sponsored by FusionXIO.com, a premier permissionless NFT platform where you can mint and sell NFTs in any of the over 54,000 coins on the XRPL. And soon to be where you need to go to get the future Yem Part 1 and 2 rewards. The current Yem Infinity reward went out earlier today, so check your wallets. Remember, to be able to unlock the yield earning mechanism, you will need to own at least one XIO, and the amount of Yem Infinity reward depends on the amount of XTX you own. Thank you for joining us today and learning about Flippy the Switch. If you have any questions, please reach out to them and learn more about their project. And please follow all here listening. Please don't take anything we say as financial advice. Do your own research. With that said, we bid you farewell and hope you join us again next week for another deep dive into the blockchain world. The show is recorded, so if you miss a part of it, you can go back and listen to the show. Please share and have a beautiful day. And that poetry that I spoke, I'm going to post the link to the Fusion XIO profile for the poet. And it is for sale. So if anybody wants to snatch it, I will post it later on in the comments. Everybody have a beautiful day. Goodbye, people.